Alright guys, welcome back to the channel, welcome back to another video. We have one of the slot 1 kings right now in Super EZA Janemba. We have him next to one of the other better Super EZAs in the game in Super EZA Buhan, and those are a lot of orbs for Buhan to pick up. 11 key spheres off the bat, just like that. Crazy. Crazy. And don't forget, because we are facing superclass enemies, Buhan's being buffed. He's also going to be supporting Janemba a little bit. Not a lot, but a little bit is something. And then because we are facing superclass enemies, dodge. Dodge. Janemba has 200% defense. And his attacks are effective against all types no matter what. And then don't forget, because of that one extreme phase with Golden Frieza in 17, Janemba for that one phase will drop down to 100% defense, and the attacks effective against all types become a 70% chance, but only for the one phase. So I'm not overly bothered about that. That should be fine. And you know what? Why we have type advantage? Actually, we have 3 domains. I was going to say, why we have type advantage? I'm not going to use the domain. We have 3. We have 3 domains in total. Let me use that shit so that way we can use another one and then use another one. I'll definitely have that active now. I don't know why I initially thought about holding on to it. I don't need to do that. I've got 3 domains. Let's just use it. Now, I can't remember how many attacks Janemba received or dodged last time, because he needs to receive or evade 4 to get an extra 200% attack. I can't remember how many he got. I know he dodged twice, at least, but that's about it. And then because he did have guaranteed dodge, or not guaranteed dodge, because he did dodge, we have the guaranteed additional super for 4 turns, which, as I said so many times at this point, he'll never not have that because of how much dodge chance he has in slot 1. Apologies, I'm still under the weather, so I've just had a ridiculous coughing fit. I'm probably almost as pink as Kid Buu. That's genuinely how bad it is. I'm surprised I'm not passed out on the floor right now, but I'm probably looking like Kid Buu right now, looking like a Hubba Bubba with how pink I probably am. But we're still here, we're still trucking on, we're still doing the grind. We got to. Broly's locked in slot 1, isn't he? Yeah. Okay, that's fine. I can work with that, because at least it means Janemba can stay here. How many attacks has he received? Oh, 4. Oh, so he has the 200% attack already. Yeah, he definitely does. 1.64 million attack stat. Well, one, that's because he's linked with Buhan with big bad bosses. Also, that's probably because of the domain being active. Another 10 key spheres for Buhan as well. When I done the actual video using Buhan, I only got like 11, 12 key spheres in the final phase. I'm not saying orb placement was bad for him, but it wasn't this good consistently. Jesus. That was just overkill. That was just overkill. I mean, he was in slot 2, so that means we did actually miss out on dodge chance and the support Janemba gives out. Let's not forget, Buhan should be giving some support. Janemba, as long as he's in slot 1 or slot 3, which he will be in slot 1 or slot 3, also gives all allies key +2 and defense +40%. So on top of the domain that's going to be going about pretty much at all times, the one we have active now, the one we'll eventually have active when this one goes down, and then potentially a third with Tech Buhan, we're pretty much just adding on top of that support with Buhan's support, with Janemba's support. So no matter what, everyone is consistently being buffed throughout the entirety of this fight, non-stop. Whether that, as I said, that's from the domain, also Janemba's support, Buhan's support, it all adds up. Could you imagine if I put Super EZA Broly or Fizz Kid Buu on this team? That would be even more support. Although I don't know how much they would fare in this. I think Broly would be fine. Kid Buu, probably not so much. honestly, I apologize, but this is honestly fucking your boy up. These coffin fits honestly might be the death of me. Jesus, but Broly's domain's gone. Although we can just use another one, so that's exactly what I'm doing. Now, obviously what goes against Janemba here is dodge is nullified, so we don't have any of that, and he does have type disadvantage, and we're facing an extreme class enemy, so we do have that 100% defense rather than the full 2. The attacks being effective against all types I'm not bothered with, so I'll leave Buhan here for now. Yeah, I'll leave Buhan here for now, because that way we have Big Bad Bosses active. I mean, he does have 490 in terms of defense, but he does have guaranteed guard. So I'm going to leave him in slot 1, because it doesn't really matter where we put him on this rotation, because every single attack is after we super anyway. And here is probably where you don't want Janemba to be super attacked. Because he loses all of his dodge, this is probably where you want Janemba to avoid being super attacked. Otherwise, he actually might die. So he's taking good damage on normals. What was that, 103 and 11 damage? He's took good damage on normals. Very good damage on normals. But I think if he got super attacked, he's taken a ton of damage. I mean, his defense is solid. I don't think he had enough to take a type disadvantage super attack like that, though. I could be wrong, but it's a lot of damage to take, as I said, on a type disadvantage unit without having like millions of defense, which obviously Janemba didn't have there. Right now, Janemba's cooking. The extreme class super EZAs are honestly ridiculous. And you know, that's not to say, let's give Broly his buff. That's not to say Vegito and Gogeta are bad. They're not bad. They're good. They're very good. They're solid. But, and all those int key spheres are going to go to Buhan, even though I don't think we're going to get to see him use them. But when you compare them to their extreme part counterparts, when you compare Vegito to Buhan, when you compare Gogeta to Janemba, it's night and day different. Buhan is so much better than Vegito. Like, Buhan steamrolled this event. Buhan made Goku and Frieza look like a bitch. Janemba, even on paper, is already better than Gogeta. Haven't used Gogeta here yet. Again, I'm not saying they're bad, but I said the difference, the caliber difference, it's crazy. Okay, we don't have Buhan's domain just yet. What do we need to have on rotation with us again? We need to have all power absorption units. Funny thing about that, I would need all the Buu units to be here, so we're actually not going to get that active. He does have a dodge now, so I'm actually going to rotate him off instead. I mean, Janemba's, he's losing a bit of defense. Do you know what? I'll give Janemba the best possible. No, he should be fine. He'll be fine, because at least he can dodge here. And typically, Goku and Frieza like to super attack you before you super attack in slot 1. So at least we're gonna have maximum amount of dodge chance, 90% dodge chance to dodge it. Ah, just like that, you ain't hitting shit. Get out of here. Get out of here. Good amount of damage as well. Maybe crit on this one. Flex on them a little bit. No crit. Didn't get a triple super either. Even with 70% chance, you ain't hitting shit. Get out of here. As I said, the difference between the super EZAs, the super types, and the extreme types, it's night and day difference. As I said, I haven't even used Gogeta in this yet, but I know Janemba's going to be better than him because he always has guaranteed guard. He has almost guaranteed dodge. Yeah, there's one phase where he can't use it. But then once you're out of that phase, which we've seen, as long as he doesn't get super attack, he's fine. Then he's got guaranteed guard and a ton of dodge chance as long as you're in slot 1 or slot 3 against one of the hardest hitting enemies in the whole game. Defensively, Gogeta is actually very good. And sure, he might out damage Janemba by a bit. But Janemba just does so much more. Not to mention you're facing a superclass enemy for the majority of the fight apart from one phase, which the extreme type super EZAs benefit from. Now, this is where things might get a little bit techie because both domains are gone. And I also completely forgot. The only way we're going to see Tech Buhon's active is if I literally have a full rotation. We're going to die, but we're going to get the revival. The only way I get Tech Buhon's is if we have a full rotation of power absorption units. So it would literally have to be both Buhons and Kid Buu, which with Janemba needing to be there for content reasons isn't going to happen. So obviously I'm not going to float him off. So unfortunately we're running without the third domain that I was initially planning to use. Again, we could get it active. I could also actually just rotate all of them onto the next rotation. But there's no point doing that now. I probably don't even have time to do that now. But we do have the best friends linked back up. We've got Super EZA Buhan with Super EZA Janemba, which I'm not going to lie, is probably one of the most fun rotations to run in the game right now. Not only is it very good, but it's just a lot of fun to use. 9 orbs for Buhan. I don't think there's been a single rotation where Buhan has had like less than 6 or like even less than 8. Look at Janemba just dodge everything, including the super attack again. Who are you trying to hit? You're like Stevie Wonder in this bitch. You can't see what you're trying to hit because you can't hit it. I saw he done no damage there, but I don't care. I don't care. 90% dodge chance in slot 1. Even afterwards, 70. Goku and Frieza hasn't hit Janemba a single time. And then you got Buhan to clear up with all that damage. One of the strongest and most fun rotations and teams in the whole game. Thank you very much. I honestly don't know who I like more. I don't know who I prefer out of Janemba or Buhan, but they're both amazing. And I'm glad Dokkan's finally letting the extreme units shine. But unfortunately, Vegito and Gogeta kind of had to take the hit. They're still good, but they're not on Janemba and Buhan's level. They are ridiculous, especially running them together. But you can let me know your thoughts down in the comments. I'll see you in the next video, guys. Take care, have a great day, and peace.